My name is Dave Klaus. I'm a recording, mixing, and record producer here in Nashville, Tennessee. You are in my studio, Santa's Workshop, and this is where I mainly mix everything I do. My control room is like a stereo and an Atmos control room here, and I've worked on a lot of records that you may know or may not know, but a lot in the country world, a lot in the Latin world, some pop stuff, a lot of alternative records. This is where usually I'll record a band in a different studio, sometimes in this studio because I have a few rooms here. So we'll record the band and then I'll take it back here and manipulate it to sound a certain way that you hear on the radio or on your phone or car or anywhere like that. And MixWave is super special to me because they've made a few key plugins that I use all the time and that I'm obsessed with. I've been in Nashville for about 9 years now, and back when I was in New York City making records, I was there for about 10. There were a lot of rooms with a lot of obviously cool gear, but one place in particular, Avatar, which is now Power Station, has racks and racks. You've probably seen photos of it, of the Pultecs, like the programming equalizers. And I was obsessed with those and used them a ton out in the analog world, out of the box. I mean, even here, there's so many studios with so many great ones. And the first time I heard of MixWave was when they released the Pultec emulation in the box. And it blew my mind from all the other ones. So that kind of got me hip to the awesome work that they're doing and creating these recreations. So it's super exciting. My mixing setup is completely hybrid, right? So that means I do a lot of stuff, manipulation in the box, and then also I have all these inserts that goes to all these different pieces of gear. And I have all these unique items that I feel are really hard to recreate in the box. And then I sum everything through different summers, and then they go back through like bus compressors back into Pro Tools. So I've had this VT-7 for years, and it's been amazing, and I love it. And then finally, MixWave in their genius ways popped up with the in-the-box version of it, which also blew my mind. So it really expanded the world of possibilities for me with the hybrid setup, the fact that they did that, and it is so great. Along with the Pultec that I was talking about, they just did it so well, and immediately I was onto it and in love with what they've done. As you can see, even in this session now, I have it rocking. And you know, I have settings on my physical unit that I use that I mirror inside the box. So I was talking about the Pultec and what MixWave has done with it. I have this awesome example that I thought of with that I'm using it a few times on one group here. So if we check this out, these are the drums, and the way that I record, I'm always thinking about the final product, and this in particular helps me so much because I can record in a very dark and saturated way, and then I know that my high end with Pultec style is safe. So if we take it off, I could show you this one. I actually have two on this one drum track here, and it's just the top end is just so good. It basically makes the entire drum sound from like frumpy indie rock to something more posh and pop. So I'm boosting 8K and 12K with two different plugins, all in the drum bus. And as you can see, it just brings out all the top end that anyone's heart desires if you're into that sort of thing. Yeah, so great. And then too, on the same session, I happen to have, even though I have the hardware unit, I am using the VT-7 on the total mixbus because I think I'm going to a different hardware compressor, so I'm sort of doubling up. Yeah, I mean, there's a big level difference, but also it just squeezes and darkens and just makes it better. which is so great. So that's how, just a small example on how I use some of these plugins that they have. They're really amazing. I can't say enough good things about them.